guys, today I'm going to be giving you my review of the Detolf hamster cage. The cage can be purchased in any Ikea furniture store as the Detolf display cabinet. It's bought flat packed and requires you to build it by following the instructions provided. In order to turn the cabinet into a cage, all you have to do is build it without the door or shelves and lay it down on its back. I found the cage to be tricky to put together, and it did take 3 people to build our particular unit due to one of the corner seals being damaged. Once built, the cage measures in total 163 centimeters long, 43 centimeters wide and 37 centimeters tall. In square inches, the inside floor space of this cage roughly measures 1,000 square inches. For its size, it is an amazing price, costing about €50. If you wanted to buy an actual tank this size, you would be looking at spending at least €200 to €300, and you would be unlikely to find a commercial rodent cage this big. Because of this, the Detolf is a mega bargain and costs about the same price you would pay for an 80 by 50 centimeter commercial cage. The Detolf can also be split into 2 cages by carefully securing one of the glass shelves in the very centre. If split, the inside of the cage will measure 80 by 42 centimeters or 495 square inches. The cage's height allows you to provide an appropriate amount of substrate for your pet and will fit wheels as large as 11 inches. You can easily fit in many climbing toys, however, if you are planning on adding tall toys to this cage, I would advise building a lid for it. A lid could easily be constructed using wood strips and mesh, and measuring it to fit the cage securely. I would strongly advise building a lid if you're using this cage for a Syrian hamster, as even my very small Syrian was able to escape it. For dwarf hamsters and Chinese hamsters, a lid is not necessary, so long as your substrate and toys are not too tall. I've had a dwarf hamster living in the Detolf for many months, with around 7 inches of substrate and no escape problems. Do keep in mind that if you have predator animals living in the house who have access to your cages, then they should be fully secured with lids. The cage takes around 30 minutes to fully clean, and due to the size only requires cleaning every 3 to 4 weeks and spot cleaning every few days. As it's such a large cage, it remains well ventilated throughout the year. The cage can be used to house a maximum of 4 dwarf hamsters, mice or gerbils, or it can be used as a large living space for a single rodent. I would not recommend this cage for rats due to its lack of climbing space and height, but for burrowing animals like hamsters, mice and gerbils, it's an ideal home. The Detolf can be nicely combined with the Ikea Expedit 8 square storage unit as somewhere to stand the cage. This means it could be kept anywhere in the home without taking up too much space and without looking out of place. This is an excellent looking combination for a home with a modern interior design. So to sum up, the pros of this cage include: it's a great size for small rodents including hamsters, mice and gerbils. It's a bargain for what you're buying. The cage can be separated into 2. Despite being glass, it's well ventilated. It allows you to provide lots of enrichment for your pet. Combined with the Expedit unit, it can look great in any home. It's a very modern and clean looking cage. Being made of glass instead of bars means that you have full view of your pet. It requires less cleaning and maintenance than smaller cages. And when it's no longer needed as a cage, the shelves and door can be re-added to turn it back into a display cabinet. The cons of this cage include: it can only be found in Ikea furniture stores or second-hand. It can be difficult to assemble alone. It may require you to build a lid depending on your circumstances. Without a lid, you cannot use toys such as hammocks or suspension bridges. Overall, this is one of my favourite cages and one that I know I will be using for many years and many pets to come. I would recommend it to anyone who has the space for it. Even though it can be tricky to build, once it's put together it's completely worth it and provides an excellent environment for a smaller rodent. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already. And let us know in the comment section what you do or don't like about the Detolf cage. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, guys.